Hello, I'm IBX Toy Cat, and I'm live in the Spring Drop. This is the tiniest update. Dare I say, the tiny takeover offer updates, but it is now here. This is our brand new menu screen, and if, like me, the visual side of what Minecraft looks like isn't what compels you to play, it makes up a good chunk of what's actually changed. But today I'm going to be going into my Let's Play world because I had a fun idea. I had a dream. And would you like to come along with me for that dream? Hello, Toycat. How's the download going? I don't have Twitter. Oh, hello. How's it going? Wow. I see what that is in reference to. I actually had a really weird time downloading this update. It got stuck at 700 megabytes. I think if you're lucky enough to live in an area that has normal internet, like normal internet is now hyper fast, such that like a multi-gig file should take you less than an hour, right? And a less than a gigabyte file should be not even thinkable. But yeah, something I guess a lot of people are downloading the update all at once, and boy are they in for an excitement. Yeah, no, I've got this weird thing, right? I feel compelled to share it with you, internet, because like everyone said nothing basically about the tiny takeover. Everyone's like, yeah, bumps are great. And then the Chaos Cubed updates announced. Everyone's like, oh, sulfur. Do you really want to encourage people to harm that? There's so little in this update. If you ignore the building blocks and the new cave, there's still in this update. And again, it's like there's a valid actual underlying point that people don't even make in there. Whereas this update, which is in my opinion like, yeah, 3 months of development work, and we got a trumpet sound. Do you want to hear it, by the way? It's kind of odd to me, but like actually, I think that the reverse alternative here is to say like, okay, let's imagine a world where they go back to yearly updates. Right now, we'd have no content, and so isn't it nice that I get to play around with trumpet sounds? I hope the answer is yes. Anyway, yeah, chat, hello. I'm just going to be playing in Minecraft today, and we'll hopefully find a baby animal. Oh, look, it's the new rabbit. He looks like a... Okay. This is the first time I've ever genuinely had this thought. He looks like he's an add-on mob. Look at the way he moves compared to everything else. Oh, yeah. Oh, what is he doing? Yeah, honestly, not a high-quality add-on if I'm being entirely real with you there. How are you feeling, mate? Hope the sickness isn't kicking your butt too much. Thank you for asking, actually. So, hello, everyone. How's it going? That was Dash's comment right there. You know, because in the UK, everyone is a mate. Indeed, you might. One of the weirdest things is that, you know, we don't even... I'm trying to think of all the puns for mate. It's not just a type of tea. It's not just how you refer to people who you are attempting to raise young with. And indeed, it's not just people who are the second half of a monkey. But indeed, wait, no, prime mate. Yeah, second half of a monkey. I guess second half of a Pokemon named after a monkey. Anyway, the interesting thing here, did you see that? Well, that little green text. I'll give you a little life update, because I haven't really, the last time I streamed was Minecraft Live, and before that, it was a good week or so. So, I'm going to assume if you're here today for the update, you're realistically a little bit here to see how it affects the update adventures. And so I'm going to give you the update on me and then my world. Sound good? Sound good. Okay. So, hello, I am IBX Toy Cat, and I've been sick, honestly. It's really frustrating. It was like the weirdest, shortest sickness. Maybe it'll come back or something. But now, like, I sound sick, but I'm fine. Like, I came back from so I flew back from Canada the day of Minecraft Live, and it was like a super short, it was a 6-hour flight. I slept very little of it. I think a man might have gotten very close to dying on the flight. It was a very short flight. It was, you know, like, no one ever really sleeps that great like this. I do have the eye mask that I use, though, that's how unprepared I've been. But yeah, I did Minecraft Live. I went out to dinner, at someone's house. Someone just like cooks food in their home and then sells it to strangers. And so I went out to meet some strangers at someone's house. And one of their dishes was like, you have to have a blindfold for this one. And I was like, please don't make me wear one of yours. Oh god, thank god I have a blindfold ready. And they're like, this is something no one has ever done this to us before. No one has ever just brought out their own blindfold like this. But yeah, then like while I was there, I was feeling a little sick, and I was like, yeah, it's just being around people. I don't like being around people. This is my introversion disease. But yeah, then I got back home, and I was just like horrifically like I don't even know what it is, but I had this like super intense, just like I don't think I can do anything anymore. So thankfully, I went to record a video of my last bit of energy, and which was actually today's update video. You can see how sick I sound. I think I've gotten worse sounding since then. And but yeah, I got out of bed at like 3 p.m. yesterday because I got out of bed at like 12 and then like tried to eat some soup, and then I almost like threw up. It was a whole thing. But I was sick for like a day, chat. And I feel like no one ever mentions the good side of stuff like this. Like, everyone loves to be like, yep, things are hard. But no one likes to say, like, man, things were hard, but then it got easy. I had a full day of feeling awful, and now I just sound awful. And I feel mostly the same. And I'm excited to get into all the stuff that I've missed while I've been gone. So, yeah, I do have a couple of fun... No. Fun content ideas. And yeah, as far as what I've been missing in the Let's Play world, this is the big project that I think I need to do next. Also, I can't deal with the way the mouse works right now. I don't know why that is. But so I've switched over to controller. This is my next big project, chat. As you can see, it's mostly finished. I do have a plan for making this water wheel work, so I'm not going to fully finish that with the pipe yet. But I want to make sure the rest of this area like feels cohesive. So I want to make sure that this land, it gets dried up, basically. I'm gonna build a new area down there, and I'm gonna try and connect this to up there, but in a way that makes some sense. Mr. Toy Cat, I'm working on a new skin pack, actually. I think I'd like to make a skin pack just for the sake of trying it, but it's actually a bit of a nightmare to release. You know, I think I might just I might see what making a skin feels like. I might just have fun with the idea. How is the Creo card pyramid doing? Oh, great question. It's mostly finished now. I did another big attempt at it. Oh, I can't with Realms render distance. I can't show you. I have been making a very. I think I'm still not quite decided. Also, this looks intentional, right? I'm still not quite decided on if I'm moving my world away from a realm. Like it's now there's been too many issues for me to be happy with it, truth be told. But yeah, we're gonna have to go put a lot of stuff away. Then I'll grab some stone and I'll show you where we're at with the Creo pyramid. But it's basically, or at least it's basically done on the front. But that's how you do Minecraft builds, right? You do the front and then the back's whenever you feel like it. If you're gonna make a skin, you should commission Ad and Sony to make another Toy Cat Wojak. Yeah, that's a fun idea actually. The Toy Cat Wojak skin. I think I would love to do that. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. So I've tried multiple times. I've looked into the process of making a mashup pack. I love mashup packs. The idea was just fun to me, but there are so many strict standards, and the biggest problem is the texture pack. But you can release a world plus skins. So the next time I release something, I could just bundle in some skins they're making for fun. Or indeed, one that we commissioned from Ad and Sony. I think it's a great idea. What would a Toy Cat Wojak skin look like? I'd love to know, Ad and Sony. If you're down, if you know how to make a skin. And if you don't, I feel like it must be one of the most widely Googleable things of all time. It's like if you don't know how to build a house in Minecraft, you know, there's resources out there. They'll help you. It'll be fine. Can you breed skeleton horses? Nope. I mean, you should be able to with bones, but they don't have the parts for making love, I guess. So that's the biggest problem. Mayhaps in the creative world. Mayhaps indeed. Chat, if you haven't heard yet, we are currently working on releasing the creative world onto the marketplace. So many people have asked, like, man, I have like these fun memories of this and that, and I felt like even if it like 8 people enjoy it, it's like, yeah, that's a service, especially for like console players who can't access it otherwise. So yeah, the original plan like years ago was I'll make it into like all the minigame stuff that's in there. But I realized, like, I don't know, like, I don't think many people love a lot of people do like the early minigames we did, but it was kind of like a stand-in for something they liked more, right? Whereas a lot of people look at Black One-Legged Steve and say, yeah, this should be a skin. I saw the realm lag in the recent video. My God. Yeah, I was getting comments about it like, Toycat, is your PC okay? And I'm like, yeah, my PC's doing great. I'm not the bottleneck on this one. I know it's a weird thing. Like there's a weird less than sensitivity in here about how like everyone has like a few things that they're perfectly okay with, and then everyone has like a random weak spot. And apparently my weak spot is like, you know, when Minecraft has an issue and it looks like it's my fault. Anyway, we're going to really dump our inventory, and then we get some good stuff done. I know how. I made my own, so it matches my PFP. Oh, that's cool. Wow, you're a step ahead of the game. I kind of want to make a skin live now. Maybe we should make a skin in Minecraft and then make it. Yeah, we could technically do that, right? By using a map, and then you could take the pixels from the map. It's a really stupid idea, but I like it anyway. Time to make golden dandelions. Oh yeah, my dandelions. Let's go. I've got a ton of gold. I've got some gold sitting in there. Actually, no, that's a ton of gold. Let's take like 1 gold block, and let's see how many golden dandelions we can get. And I'll place them around with my note blocks too, just to make sure it feels nice and you know, tricky tiny trails. That's the name of the update. So we'll grab these out, and we'll see how many we can make. So gold nuggets become gold. There we go. So we can make wonderful, as you can see, right? Okay, so let's keep going. I can make 5 golden dandelions. I could make as many dandelions as I have right here. But you can see this is something wonderful that's happening to me. But I've got to do inventory management. Chat. I've been putting it off for too long. Let's do it. Hey, Mr. Toycat, on the Smart CMD Minecraft Legacy font, they have the skin pack with your skin. Ooh, it's really tricky. What I really wanted to make a video, or I wanted to stream too, like playing the older stuff, but I really am being very cautious of the idea of like, this is someone's intellectual property. It does not belong to me. It's weird because with games like Legacy Console, like it's in all of our hearts. The people who own the rights aren't using them. So it feels as though, you know, I know, it feels like walking into a dead rich person's house, seeing like a painting of significant sentimental value, and being like, I will take this painting and I will put it in a gallery. And then realizing like, oh no, that's theft. It doesn't feel like it, and there's a real good argument to say that it shouldn't be. But in the worldview that we have, it is. In the world that we've decided indirectly to live in. Well, I mean, I say we. I don't think Dasher lives in a world that's bound by intellectual property laws. That is a reference to your country, not your individual decisions. I mean, piracy's become cool again, though, right? Like, no one has all the streaming services. So either you don't watch content sometimes, which isn't fun, or you do watch it, but you don't always necessarily compensate the owners, I guess you could say. Also, Dasher is a proud pirate. Arr! no copyright. What's the Sonic quote? It's like no copyright law in the universe can stop Dasher. I love Sea Shanty 2 for a reason. Oh, actually, you know, no spoilers about my plan for this note block segment. I want to. Okay, chat. The real thing I want to do today, if you want to hear my, I kind of wanted to somehow do it without anyone noticing, but I know that my skills aren't at that level. I want to make Sea Shanty 2 on the trumpet in Minecraft. That is my plan. Also, what animal should we keep as a baby first? What baby animals do I need to keep around? I've got the puberty blockers in hand, but where do I use them? That's the question. Minecraft has been so boingy recently. Not a fan. What do you mean by boingy? I've not heard. I do not understand what that could mean. Ghastling. Oh, the ghastling is the best example, actually. A chick. Yeah, no, the ghastling. I think I need a ghastling to keep around. It's funny. It really was like last year. They invented a solution that they've sold us. They've invented a problem and sold us the solution. But like, you know, I'm very happy to be a proud. I'm a proud purchaser of the solution to the Happy Cast. So yeah, let's get a. Where do you get a ghastling? You make one from the most incomprehensible recipe. Let's go look at it. This is my boomer moment. They update Minecraft too much, and so you don't actually store it all quite as easily. A Gasling's 1 soul sand, 8 soul tears. Rubber banding Boinky. Oh really? Are you playing in multiplayer? I've not heard that as an issue from anyone else. But I am sorry to hear that you are having it. Tears and bones. Yeah, tears and bones. That is the sad reality of how you make one of these. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make one of these Gaslings. I have to now leave him around somewhere, but I think just having a cute Gasling, I think it'd be a nice thing. So let's also get a lead to make sure that he stays in one place. And now we've refilled our inventory. I just solved this problem, chat. I just solved it. So we'll put the books away, and I guess the bamboo planks, I'll put those away too. Unless I need planks. I'm probably going to want planks to build more note blocks. I've got like 8 or 12. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. That's 10. Do, 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 do. That's 18. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. That's 34. I need 34 note blocks. Okay, 34 note blocks. We're gonna try it, chat. Right here, right now. I was like, you know, I should just get this is my secret plan. No one should know about it. What if we go the opposite way? What if it's my secret plan that everyone gets to know about? So I'll just grab 2 full stacks, and then I'll bring some wood with me. There's already some wood there, but I'll fill this with some extra wood. I'll put my signs down somewhere. I'll put my metro map in here. Okay. Chat, my inventory management skills are unmatched. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I do have blocks of bamboo in there, so if I need, I could just bring some extra stuff on there. What block will they sit on? It's all going to be trumpets. It's all trumpets, I tell you. And so, yeah, then we're going to bring a box full of stone, or as much stone as we can bring, over to where we're going. So I would move the minecarts, but you know they'll just break the moment we move out of the chunk. It's funny how long this has been a bug. Now that I think about it. So I'm just going to be very careful. I can't be very careful. I'll put some gold nuggets in there and some that in there, and now I can make a third of a stack off bamboo blocks. Easy peasy. Perfect. And that should be enough to, like, keep things moving. Okay, let's go, chat. It's nighttime, and we're going to bring some stone with us and go show off the Creo card pyramid too. By the way, the last time someone asked me about this, actually, they were like, oh yeah. But also, wow, we just got an iron ingot. Would have loved that in Void Flat, but it's okay. I'll take it here. Your inventory and storage situation stresses me out. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, ZWatG. So chat, be honest with me. Who is excited for the update today? Wait, in fact, let's not do honesty in chat. Let's do honesty with a poll. Are you excited for today's update? Let's whack it out in the chat, shall we? It's yes, no, because, you know, fascist level polling right here. What do you think? You think it's a good one? Yeah, see, oh wow, ooh, wow, it swung massively. It was like 80% saying yes, and now it's down to 50%. Okay, so we are going to bring the ender chest with us, and then we don't need to bring the gold blocks with us. And then we can put in our shulker box, which I don't know. Is this my shulker box that's for building? Yeah, it's for building all the houses around the world. So this does have some stone in it already, but if I just top this up with the extra stone that I've smelted since then, I do have 9 stone. Okay, I've got 9 stone ready. And then I've got a bunch of smooth stone that is smelted. Here's some smooth stone. And there's some bricks, and there's some smooth... You can see how this goes. So we'll take it all, and one by one, we'll put it in here. Some would say this isn't an efficient sorting system, but I would say it's absolutely perfect the way it is. And there are no changes needed. But yeah, I think that's a good plan for today. Let's see if we can make Sea Shanty 2 on the trumpet. That is, obviously, if you're really, really good with note blocks, I know Chris. You know Chris if you watch this channel. He is very good at them. I admire his skill and talent, but am I that good? The answer is no. So we're going to now put away my rotten flesh because it's got some value, but very, very low value. And then we're going to go to the pyramid, give you a tiny little update, just the tiniest little peek, and then we'll move from there. One day you'll stop politely agreeing my suggestions and actually have an ally collecting bamboo for you. It's annoying, right? I've got this. This is a real. You know, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's like boomer mentality. It's like something that's always been broken in my brain. It's not just a part of it is like, oh yeah, if you suggest something to me, I kind of want to do the opposite. Like, screw you telling me how to live my life. Which, even if you're being very polite, like, someone will be like, just so you know, your fly's partway down. And I'll just unzip it all the way. I'm like, okay, solve that problem for you. It's like, you know, you think you have the right to tell me what to do with your commands? I'm not your horse. I don't listen to you. It's a terrible way to live your life. I don't recommend it, by the way. Also, I should, if I'm here anyway, I'm going to pick up some buckets. Do I have any buckets? I do not have any buckets. I should pick up some buckets of something, but I have no buckets to pick up. So I'm just showing you my lava supply. This is one of my favorite in-progress projects that arguably looks perfect without any more progress. Like, every time I think about doing more here, I'm like, what if I ruin it? What if the water is part of the charm? Because when it's lava, it looks messy. Because it's like, anyway, whole thing. We got to stay on track today. I do think I've got this real just built-in stubbornness to, like, I don't know, like, you sometimes see it better. Like, there are some features you see better in yourself when you see them in other people. And sometimes you'll see something really stubborn and be like, you're making your life worse just to prove a point. You shouldn't be doing that. And then you realize, like, oh yeah, I guess I do that myself sometimes, don't I? And one of those examples is the minecart thing. It's like, this should work. It's a video game, and I'm using the mechanic correctly, but for some reason it's broken. Obviously, they'll just fix the mechanic soon. But it's like, no, I'm playing Minecraft. Just because they know about the bug and it's really easy to fix, it doesn't mean it's happening in the next 5 years. So that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, here's our big pyramid so far. You can see it's all finished on the front left side, but the back and everything over here needs some work. I do have, as you can probably... Oh, so what is that shulker box filled with? I should bring that with me, maybe. I'm not going to lie, I'm only here because I got mentioned in a previous video. Joshua Lemon! I'm mentioning you right now to buy your loyalty for one more video. Which video did I mention you in? Because I have no recollection. I'm not going to lie. You know, actually, no, I'm going to lie. I remember Josh Lemery. Me and you go way back to, like, you know, like that one. It was a good video. It was the one I started it with, like, hello, I'm IVX. Like, you know, that was a classic. That was a good line, wasn't it, from that one video only? And then I was speaking about Minecraft. And I in the video about Minecraft, I mentioned house fires, I think. Yeah, it was good. Also, just got off a Twitch stream to watch you. Good to see you, Chase Jimmy. Glad to see everyone. Giving me some energy today. Yeah, no, I've been feeling a little bit like to be really frank, I feel like streams have been like a bit of a struggle recently, like mentally, in terms of like I really enjoy them, but I have to like look at like everything else and be like, okay, if I have 2 hours to do today, should I put that towards this thing that like might, you know, like or should I put it towards a stream where, you know, if I think honestly one of the things that like really sunk in was that I really like making YouTube videos with basically no external influence. That's the dream. I think every creative has this kind of like dream that they're just sharing something that comes entirely uniquely from their brain somehow. Also, instant classic, that one video was a great video, right, chat? Do you remember that video? It was a good one, wasn't it? It was the one about Kogama. Oh, Kogama! I had some we had some divisions in the team about whether we should add a note to clarify that Kagama is a real thing, just that a like person is using to further their their questionable aims. Also, I got a lot of notes saying like, Toycat, you should mention that the guy behind this is a pedophile. And I'm like, first, ignoring the like high burden of proof that should be required for that claim, which I think is hard to meet, but maybe is met. I'm not getting into it. It's like I don't think it makes. I think one of the most important things is like the lesson that anyone can learn, and I think everyone already knows like, don't be a. Yeah, I don't think it makes the lesson any more cogent. If anything, it makes it like less. If you're like, oh yeah, well only pedophiles set up. Again, if you believe it to be true, that only pedophiles set up or only alleged sexual blah 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 blahs decide to steal property. It doesn't happen to anyone else, and it's like but it has happened multiple times. So hopefully this puts the point across better. Also, happy birthday, Cat! How's it going? I'm very glad to see you on what is the most special day of the year. I think it's great. Everyone drop a happy birthday in chat for Cat. Stop talking about pedophiles and say happy birthday. I mean, to be fair, my favorite pedophile story is from Cat, so and you might say like, wait, what did you just say to a Cat? It's like, yeah, everyone has a favorite pedophile story. Don't lie to yourself. Also, I'm going to place this ender chest down because I think annoyingly, I didn't put an ender chest down here earlier, which is required. Happy birthday to Cat. It's Cat's birthday today. I did put an ender chest down. Oopsie. Okay. I guess I'll put this back then. Okay. Let's... yeah. Thank you. Feliz cumpleaños. Isn't it cumpleaños feliz? I took Spanish multiple decades ago now, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, do you see that chat? It's like you go to open the inventory and that happens. This is an interesting visual bug. Okay, so how do we make sea shanty? I'm gonna do this by ear first. So it's all very high pitched. Okay. I think I'm tone deaf, by the way. I mean, have you guys seen 28 Days Later? This makes absolutely no sense. You say Feliz Cumpleaños, correct? Yeah, look at me. I know Spanish better than the Spanish person. Oh wait, their flag is a UK country rule. You know what? As we all know, the average Spaniard, based on going to Benidorm, is someone who loves the UK and pubs. But yeah, happy birthday, Cat. What have you done on this wonderful Tuesday? Also, Minecraft updated the game just for your birthday. Do you feel special about that? I mean, I'd be offended. I'd be like, wow. I mean, if I was picking the update, I don't know if I'd have picked this one. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna put repeaters between these two blocks. This is too many repeaters, I think. But now what happens when we play this one? Or we have to play this one with a I don't know, a button. Okay, so then we have to put another one. But we also need to have a cut copper on top of it. Okay. Chat. I made music! Chat, I made music! Did you hear that? That was technically, I mean, you know, by the strictest definition, we just made music. Ooh-wee. I'll put some golden flowers down. I do feel super special. It was clearly updated, just my birthday and no other reason. I mean, there's a reason they called it the Tiny Takeover Cat. There's a reason. It's, man, I hope that you have been doing, well otherwise. One of the downsides of not streaming as much is not as many of these little social interactions like this. Also, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad indeed. Okay. Chat. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's really beautiful. But then what we can also do is we could like, I guess we could just do this again. So we'll put this one in like the middle there somewhere. Okay, chat. Okay, how do I turn that into do? I guess you've got to look at like a music. Okay, wait. Here's what we do. We go to sea shanty to sheet music. And then you say oh yeah, I have no idea how to. Okay, chat. This is what the sheet music looks like. Okay. Let me put this on the screen for you. If you've ever wanted to make sea shanty, this is all you've got to do. You just got to take this and make it like, but in Minecraft. So that top row, right? Looking at this again, doing the logical thing here. If we look at this top row, you can see it's like, wait, it's high or low at the top or bottom? It's like there's two underlines too. And then it goes up. Okay, so it's lowering in pitch. Yeah. That's what that means, right? That's what that means. Why are you looking at sheet music? You can't even read it. Oh, I'm sorry. Is being illiterate a reason not to own books? So we start high and go low. So the lowest it goes is like a dark green. So once it gets to the light green, I should say. There we go. Okay, that's one, and then we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then we'll do this the same. Like we'll break it just to make it really easy. I'll put some golden dandelions down, by the way. Oh, look how magically new updated it is. So, and then we'll go like 19 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
As someone that makes music, this is both amusing and concerning simultaneously.
I'm really good at making music. Listen to this. Do. So it's like gotta be a quick one, right? Like that was too quick. That was too slow. I don't even know anymore, actually. Okay. So we'll set this all to bass, and we'll set that to 2. Now it's the same gap between all of these. It's a bit too far. It's a bit too close, I would say. So if we now do that, it's now 0.3 seconds between each note. It's a bit too far at 0.3. I'll be genuinely impressed if it sounds like sea shanty by the end. Yeah, it sounded like whereas it sounds like So how do you convert that into like timing? Yeah, there's a big gap between that and the next one. So we can easily the next one is really easy. We just have these both on 4 for now. Okay, so can we do that one easily? It's like If it helps, that line in the note above the main bit can be imagined as expanding the bars. You take each line and space in the chart and label them 1 to 10. That has actually confused me more. So okay. I'm gonna maximize this. So the first 2 notes there. Yeah, so it's expanding the chart. Expanding it like lengthwise. Okay, I know that each of these like lines in the middle there, that represents see, this is how stubborn I am. I could look up any of this right now. But each of those lines represents a beat. And so there's what is it? BPM? It's like 3 beats or 4 beats. No, wait. Yeah, I'll look up. Okay, what is the BPM of sea shanty? And then I can work out from that. Sea shanty BPM. Sea shanty is 100 BPM exactly, which it aligns perfectly with the internal tick rate of 0.6 seconds. It makes it the perfect metronome, and it's a time signature of 4/4. That's why it doesn't sound right, because it's 0.6 seconds per beat. Okay, so therefore, this should be 0.6 seconds. Yeah, so 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. This should sound exactly right. Again, the pitch isn't quite there. And then this just needs to go down one on each of these. I think we're getting close to something genuinely here. So now the next one of these has gone a little bit firmer than I would have picked, but that's okay. And then we'll just do the same thing here. Okay. Chat, how much like sea shanty is it sounding right now? How many of you are like, oh, that's that song from that one game that ToyCat sometimes plays? Who's getting it right now? It says the music on the sheet. Look at the top of the first line. Oh, okay. You're right. Top of the first line. Okay, it's too small for me to read on my own screen, so I'm gonna open this in my browser. It says on the top of the first line, based on a popular song from RuneScape. Oh, it does say notes equals 100. Okay, so there's 100 notes per minute, which makes every note 0.6 seconds. And if there's two notes tied together, then they both take place in 0.6 seconds. Okay, so I don't know. What are these little things? Okay, chat. What is that little? It's like a note, but I don't know how to show. Like after the classic note, but upside down. There's that one thing with like it looks like a F but backwards. What does that mean? You made a triplet. Thank you. I am incredible. I know. So, Kat, do you know how to add rest to music? The last note sounds like someone tried to disguise a fart and failed. Yeah, that sounds like something, right? And then we just have to make this like... And we go like a little bit less blue. And we go a little bit into the dark red. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit messy, but we're getting there, right? We're definitely getting there. That's the tempo, yeah. So, that's a rest. So there's a whole 0.6 seconds where nothing's happening. That can't be right. I'm going to listen to the song. Maybe it's way slower in reality than it is in my head. Sea Shanty 2. Yeah, that took place in That took place in 2 seconds. Wait. Yeah, that should be 2 seconds from start to finish. How can you have a rest in there if it's 100 beats per minute and we've got 8 beats required for that? Unless this is 1 beat. Is this meant to happen at the same time? Also, Wandering Trader's here. Hello, friend. What have you got for me today? I would love to buy some mangrove logs, maybe? Yeah, I mean, at 4 emeralds, I might as well. I'd be a fool not to buy some mangrove logs. Partially because I do need... Oh, no, I want to drop that, not this. Okay. So, 4 emeralds. Get me some goodies. Yeah, chat, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the classic thing here. And I'm going to... Someone wants to make a fart orchestra using copper blocks. Okay, okay. We're gonna do whatever you do on the internet when you're lost. Whether it's with a washing machine or Minecraft. And we're gonna do... There's 4 beats to a bar, but not necessarily 4 notes. I think I get it. ToyCat learns music theory live on stream. Yeah, I'm gonna learn to speak music today. Okay. So, chat. This is ToyCat learns exclusively via chat. Chantal just sent me a private little image of how this is meant to work. So, the top means 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is this the number of note blocks, like, buttons you have to hit? Because if so, we can just perfectly take the chart, turn it into what we're trying to do here. Okay, so chat. I think we're onto something. I think we're really close to something beautiful here. So the first one is like 3. No, it's in the middle of the lines. The first one is 5. So let's break all the note blocks and let's try again. Dasher says the most important part of a note block song is the pitch. So we'll just start this again. My pitch was perfect, chat. It sounds great to me, but we're gonna replace them anyway. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna make this exactly as this chart over there says that I should. So okay, the first one is in between number 1 and number 2. That makes it an E sharp, or I don't know. It makes it something. So we'll press the note block 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the next one is on the next line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next one is on the next line below that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then there's a big gap. Do 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 do. But there's not. According to the sheet music, there's a big gap here. Unless the first one is meant to be like do 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 do. Yeah, it is like do 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 do. So this one should actually be like 1 or something. Let's see how this sounds though. Okay. So it's a little wonky, but we have to try this again. Let's reconfigure it. Yeah, okay, chat. That sounded like something, right? That sounded good. Struggling the fact that it's not going to be in the right key, but we're looking at the instruction manual. It can essentially be the number of clicks. It might be backwards. I don't know how note blocks work. Note blocks start low and then get higher. Does note music go higher at the top or lower at the bottom? Count from the bottom. Oh no, I don't know how to count from the bottom. Because how many clicks can you even do for a note block? Like 24. Oh, I don't even know. It's like we're trying to build IKEA furniture, but the manual's in sheet music. Also C sharpie. It's a beautiful C sharpie, okay. So again, this is the music we're using. I'll try and minimize it. I'll put it away for now though. So using that music, I think sheet music is wrong. There shouldn't be rests in the middle of the first bar. Oh, you think I've been tricked by? Okay, C shanty. I'll look up a different one in case this was a fake design to trick me. No, I'm looking at multiple and they all look pretty similar. Yeah, okay, this is one without the rests. Okay, chat. So it's an SVG file though. Okay. I've accidentally found one for the trap remix. That is not going to help me. So yeah, I need it. I need a version. Also, is sheet music hard to transcribe then? Why has everyone got a slightly different version of this? Okay, so chat. Here is my new plan. As you can see, we have score. Wait, where is it? Do you see it? I don't know where it is. You can't see it apparently. Okay, I'm gonna try and find. I'll just put this in here. See if it works. It does not work. So yeah, chat. I think these rests are fake. I think it's there. I don't think this is valid sheet music. This is not how C sharpie sounds. How do you find correct sheet music then? I've gone to musicscore.com. Okay, download. I don't want it as a PDF though. I want it as a PNG. Is this a hard request? You have to pay for the PNG. I guess that's why. Okay, chat. I'm gonna find a good version of this. Okay. Save as. Okay. I've got this now, chat. So here's some sheet music. We're gonna look at this top row here. Oh yeah, this is messy. This is so messy. Ah. Okay. so I've got this sheet music that won't let me move it around very well. And now I think this makes way more sense. It posits we start at the highest note, and then we work down like 3. It's like do, 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 do. Oh, and it's 5 that comes after that. So we need to do, 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 do. Okay, okay. So 4 notes right after each other. After 4 notes right next to each other. I do have to borrow this for now, but I can put it back later. Okay, chat. That doesn't work yet. So I'm going to remove all of these too. Beautiful as it sounds. And I'm going to put them all back. Okay, yeah, I feel like we are getting close to something brilliant here, chat. I think we have done something that no one has done before. And I've learned sheet music for the sake of making a Minecraft video. D Grizzly has the right idea. Try and look up in guitar tabs instead. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Sea Shanty 2 guitar tab. Or actually, you know, let's just look it up in note blocks. Someone will have done that, right? That must be a thing that you can do. Yeah, okay, so 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 2, 3. Okay, so, okay, chat, get this. I'm gonna show you the magic of this. So I'm gonna now delete this and delete this. Apparently guitar tabs are way easier to understand. I don't know why. A guitarist's just stupid or something. Why do they get the easy to understand stuff? But here is what it looks like, chat. Where is it? Why can't you see it? There we go. Okay, chat. Nice and easy. Here are the guitar tabs. And it's all in numbers rather than in incomprehensible notes. Who decided on notes? An idiot, maybe. I bet it was some important historical figure. But I reckon they're an idiot. Okay, so guitar is a mainstream instrument. And the piano is not. Okay, so looking at this tab, it's really, really simple. We just have to... Oh, no, I don't want to sign up to save my favorite songs. Okay, so... 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And then we need a 5th one, which is just over here. Okay, chat. So this might be flipped. So if this sounds horribly wrong, it's because we need to do the reverse. We need to do all but 5 from the max, which is way harder to work out, but... I think it's flipped because that made... Okay, so how many times can you click a note block? How many times can you click a note block? The answer is 24 times. Each one increases it by a semitone over 2 full octaves. On the 25th click, the note block resets to its original pitch. So here's the question then, chat. How many... It sounds closer than ever before. Guitar tabs are harder to translate than sheet music. Oh, so it's like sheet music is easy to draw up, but guitar tabs are like, you gotta do some work for it, is it? The first 5 is on a higher string, so add 5 to the top string. 5, 10, 5, 3, 2. Oh, that's what you're saying? If it's on the... Oh, damn, it's over 2 octaves? That's cool. I don't know what that means if I'm leveling with you. I like that we're learning together, though, chat. I like that we're learning together. Okay, so... because it's on a different octave, it's on E instead of B. Yeah, it's E5. And so if there's 2 octaves, then we've got to add 12 to the first one. So we'll add 12 to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll add 12 to that one. And then we'll add 12 to the 2 as well. The second to last one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Chat. So again, we could have done this flipped and we might have made anti-Sea Shanty 2. But if guitar tabs are accurate, then we just made the exact pitch required for do 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 do. Let's see how it sounds. Oh! was the closest yet, I think. So now we just have to work out the actual timing gap. There's it doesn't really have a very good timing gap for this, which makes this a lot trickier. But I think we'll just go for 2 between each of these. Okay. Chat. I don't know. It sounds a bit wonky. It sounds a little bit wonky. What do you reckon, chat? Do. Anti-shanty. That wasn't bad, right? Thank you, Kitsbay. Okay, what sounds wrong here? There is a little bit of a pitch issue. Yeah, I feel like I feel like this has to be right. Maybe less of a gap between them. Like 0.5 instead of where we're at now. Yeah, I mean, it's still... Something's wrong here. Maybe, I'll try a full 0.4. Yeah, that sounds better with the 0.4 there. And it's a little chirp at the start too. Maybe this should be on a different instrument. In fact, we've got the much more weathered block now. So let's put it on there. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, I feel like that's something. 17 space 532 space 2 3 5 14 13. Ah, my house is filled with mobs. This is an unpreventable situation, sadly. Yeah, I think you need to add more repeaters. I mean, you can also just set the repeaters higher, right? That is also a valid way to achieve the same aim. So let's pick up the XP. Use the guitar tabs to give them a picture of what notes are on the fretboard. It's in E standard tuning. Oh, so we've got a... What standard tuning is on the... Also, are you the same guy? Did I not buy these yet? Oh. Get those mangrove logs in. Honestly, I think I'm never going to chop wood again.
Use the guitar tabs together with a picture of what notes are on the fretboard where it's any standard tuning.
I don't know what a fretboard is, and I don't know how that could relate to Minecraft anyway. But, okay, how do I... Tuning? Okay, enable microphone. I'm going to enable the microphone from my game. Okay, tabs ultimate to guitar wants to use my Elgato 60X. Oh, that won't work. Okay, allow this time. Wait, I need to show you this, chat. This is quite hilarious. Oh no, it didn't. Where's the tuning gone? Okay, chat. I feel like I have to share this with you. So this is a guitar tuning site, and it can work out what pitch my voice is in. So apparently I can do in E and B perfectly. This doesn't help anyone. I just wanted to share it. Okay. So the 5 is on E, and the bottom ones are on B. What is a note block tuned to? What is a note block tuned to? A note block is tuned to F sharp or GB, which is G flat apparently. So we don't have F sharp and GB are neither. Is it impossible? It can't be impossible because people make note block songs all the time. E isn't a whole 12 above B, it's just 5. How can E only be 5 above B? If it's 2 octaves? What even is an octave now that you're saying it? How can it be a 5 of B and that be 5 of... Okay. You know, I'll work with it. By the way, the end result is 57% of people excited for today's update. You're missing out. Look at this. Golden dandelions and trumpet sounds. Okay, yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, you're missing out if you're not excited. Also, there's nothing else for me to buy from him. I like to look anyway. You never know when you're gonna find something good from this fella. Yeah, so apparently we add 5 for these first notes. So again, looking at our if we just take another look at this, the thing that is on screen, E is 5 above B. I don't understand what that means, chat. How can E be 5 above B, but a B be 5, 3, 2? But apparently E is 5 above B. You can have a C note that sounds like dumb, and then one that sounds like dumb, nice and low. Think about two ends of the... Okay. So, there are limitations to every good boy deserves fudge. Every good boy deserves fudge. Every good boy deserves... What? What? Surely it should be also 10, repeater, repeater 5, repeater 3, repeat. Okay, so Jeff is giving me the music theory that says it should be 10 on the first one rather than, I think I've done 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then we'll also remove this. I did 14 for this one. It should be 7. If Jeff is correct, again, Jeff is correct about many things in life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, chat. Are we there? Let's find out. Oh, yeah, that's closer. We're getting there, chat. I do feel like the oxidization of these blocks might start to mess up the song, but that's part of the beauty, isn't it? It's a piece of art. Yeah, chat. Honestly, that's as close as I think we can get, emotionally speaking. There's probably a logic of like, yeah, I think that's as good as we need to get. Yeah, I think that we've got this perfect. Also, yeah, there are a lot of limitations for note blocks in survival. Yeah, that's true. I guess if you're making it for like a video or something like that, you can like cheese it a little bit. Yeah, so my plan is to make some more note blocks. I got some blocks of bamboo specifically for this. And now we just have to find a crafting table. By the way, my train station is looking beautiful. Thank you for mentioning, chat. Wow, you're all so very nice. But now we're going to make 8 more note blocks. We don't have the copper blocks, though. That might be the bigger limitation right now. Because I don't think I keep copper in here. I do not. So we have to go get some copper. But for now, let's see if we can do the next part of this song, chat. I think we did really well with where we started. So now the next part is... Oh, actually, no, it's on here. It's on here. The next part is 2, but it's on the next line. So it's like... okay, we'll have some number of repeaters between that and here. Although we are all out of repeaters, so we'll we'll make do of what we can, okay? We'll just use a ton of redstone, like... Because as long as you have enough redstone, it does work out. Yeah, this will be fine, right? This will be fine. And we have it go through there, but onto like here, and then it will come like through here, and then into there. Okay, chat. I think let's see how this sounds first of all. Yeah, that was perfect. Absolutely no notes required. I don't think it made it all the way over here, though. So I'm guessing the redstone signal, like, ran out. Yeah, I feel like it's not playing out of these ones. It's got to be the limits of how far a redstone signal can go. By the way, let's put our happy ghast in water. So while we're doing this, we can also be making some productivity. Because I want to give him a little bit of a, puberty blocking later. And so that's what we're going to do. Also, we've got this white planks on us, which we do not need right now. I need it at some point, but right now is not some point. But here's 1 copper ingot. That should make my life 7% easier. Also, we can put those grass blocks together. Woo-wee. Yeah, chat. I think we need to go get more repeaters. Although we can probably just make repeaters what we got here, right? Also, amazing train station I get. Thank you. Wow, what a nice compliment. Entirely unforced and very genuine sounding. Have you tried the notes from the short in front of the Ancient City portal yet? Maybe they stuck in some Easter egg without telling anyone. Oh, I don't even know what that means, but I want to try it. So let's now make some sticks. I think sticks make redstone torches, and redstone torches make the good stuff. And I'll just put this like there. I don't know. Okay, so redstone torches. Then we just need stone, right? And then I think there's one other block required. I never remember what it is until I'm at the point of making a repeater. Oh, it's redstone. That's easy. So 4 repeaters. This should make life easier. So then we'll just set this one to max. And then we can set this next one to max. And then we'll put a stone block there and we'll move the redstone around onto it. Yeah, that's like something. And then we'll put another repeater down because these all are going to need repeaters. Okay, so according to the music that we have on screen, the next part is... So after do, we now need... Again, got to get this correct. We need 2, but it's 2 plus 5 according to magical musical people. So 1, 2, but then it's actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So this should be do 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 do. It won't get to like the do do do, but that should be good. Okay. Yeah, they're not spaced enough apart. I think they all need an extra one of these. I would say. This definitely needs, like, the most. This could probably do with, like, 2. I think this should be good. Okay, chat. So, let's try it again. Okay, so this is a big gap between this one and that one. This has to be all the way in the max, I think. Okay, is this correct? Let's find out. Also, Wandering Trader, you can enjoy the music too. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like farts, but otherwise it sounds good, right? Yeah, I feel like we made something beautiful here. Redstone dust doesn't power blocks, I don't think. You need a repeater or a torch. Apparently it does, right? Look at that. Wait, I'll show you this by removing this one. Just to test the theory. Although, weirdly enough, it's going, like, sideways on this block. But look at this. So it didn't go like through the block because it's on there too. This might make an infinite redstone thing if we're not careful. But okay, let's try this again. So, oh yeah, it doesn't go through. Weirdly enough, it powers it, but it won't go through the block unless maybe that will fix it. Yeah, it won't go through the block. It just exists and then stops. Speaking of existing and stopping, let's go to bed. Really wonderful place to set up one of those little huts for me to sleep in, I think. But also monsters nearby. Oh, yeah, this is my build. Why are you deciding to live here? Come on, just a little bit closer. Let me hurt you. That's all I ask. Maybe if I go for like a running jump. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. No, okay, I got him. Now we can go to sleep. No, we can't. Man, I'm gonna have to start torching up where I sleep, huh? Just gotta kill a bunch of mobs just to be able to go to bed. Okay, so I like how the notes become more wobbly and distorted as time passes, like they're succumbing to the madness. It definitely all sounds like noises. You know, thank you, Cat. You're the only person who gets... Man, you could kill... Is that a new cow sound? There's no way they made that sound before. Chat, did you hear that? That was like demonic. But yeah, Cat, you get it, right? Like music is just like some pleasant sounds. It's not like, oh yeah, I can hear the G minor right now. Or if that was an F minor, that would ruin this entire track. Thank God they didn't do that. But I guess there's the interesting thing that like underneath everything we care about is like an intricate series of like, I don't know how plumbing works, but I do know how to use a toilet. And I get to have the benefits of all those plumbers in the world. Maybe that's how music theory is. Like, I don't need to understand music theory to know what I like. But maybe I should. Maybe I'd be better off if I did. So I need to go get some copper now. I don't carry ritualistic amounts of copper around with me. Yep, new cow sound. When did they change the cow sound? I'm going to check this change log. Is it new sounds for every animal, or is it just the cow? It's new sounds for every animal, it seems. Wait, really? What about the chicken? That's the same sound. What about the wandering trader? He's got the same sound too. Okay, so really weird stuff. I need to kill every animal now to find this out. That's the so weird. It's the cow and the pig. I mean, they were on a farm at Minecraft Live. Yeah, I mean that it was definitely in the Java change logs. Was it in the snapshots and I missed it? Yeah, a few new sounds. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go to the changelog for the 26.10 tiny takeover. Cow. I'm gonna search the changelog for cow, chat. You can come with me. Okay, so cow tweaked the bounding box to align with the new mob. Okay. We've got baby horse, cows, chickens, and wolves have a new set of sounds, but it's pigs, cats, cows, and chickens that have new adult sounds. Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember them adding it. I feel like I pay closer attention than most to the changelogs. Honestly, less than I'd like to. I feel it almost feels like they're deliberately trying to make it as like dull as possible sometimes. Does anyone else get this, or is this me like? Is this like, you know, is this my problem? But it feels like changelogs at one point were much more understandable. Also, let's go back to sheet music. So there is, at the end of our music, it's 2, 5, 3, 2, and then it's like a 2 after that, but it's like a 2 gap. So I'll do this, but I'll leave like a big one. And I'll put a note block right there. Okay, chat. Let's go for it. Yeah, you can't have the it won't correctly work when we do this. So instead we just need to place like redstone that goes around it as well. Oh, but if we place the redstone going around it, it won't go into it. So we need to place the redstone going into it, and then we need to place the redstone going around it. There we go. Okay, chat. I present to you Sea Shanty 2. Okay, one more time. Yeah, I think something's getting messed up here. Oh, because there's no repeaters here anymore. I need repeaters. I need a lot of repeaters. Let's make a lot of repeaters. So we've got the stone. Yes, we are going to make some planks into some sticks, into some torches, into some repeaters. So that is what is holding the song back right now. I think it's a big gap between the 2 and the 5 too. So put that there, and then we don't have to worry about all the rest of this redstone dust. We can leave it be. I'll leave it there because everyone loves a bit of mess, but we'll work with it. Okay, let's go. Yeah, do. And then the next one I'll have to place on like a bell or something just to make it work, but it's okay. So we'll make some mangrove planks into a crafting table. I'll make a gold block. And I'll put... Okay, chat. I think we're here. So this is also 4. Okay. Now listen. Okay, chat. Listen to the song and then listen to this and tell me if you can even spot the difference. Also, check your email. That should explain it. I will check my email. I like reading changelogs personally. Maybe it's not exciting because the features are very technical or 2 pixel changes. Yeah, it feels like they're... Like, they did a good job to try and... Oh, hey, Andrew, you still... Okay, this is something else. Oh, Mike just sent me a list of how to translate the sounds into things. So, I think that... Honestly, Grizzly, I feel like this would have been perfect. But now I'm like... Now I've moved away from notes and into numbers. First 8 or 9 notes aren't bad. Thank you. Okay. Sea Shanty 2. Everyone, again, just to listen. Listen to the song, but listen to me. Okay, compare that to this. How's that sound, chat? It's basically the same, right? Let's really listen into this. Why is this wrong? Because Kitsfei is saying it sounds perfect for the first 8 or 9 notes. So do 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 do. Yeah, there's something a bit wrong here. The note spacing just isn't quite right. Is it too slow or too fast? Because we can only adjust in one of those two directions. Do 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 do. Okay, there's a big. I think we need another repeater between these. So I'll put a repeater like here. Okay, so it technically should be another 0.1, but I'm sure we're fine. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's still too much. It's do 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 do, and a little pause. Do 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 do. That's better, right? I feel like we've gotten somewhere. I feel like it was that one note that's been messing everything else up. Okay, one more time. Okay, that's the real one. Now here's what we've got. What do you reckon, chat? I feel like we're getting really close now. There should be a jump in 9. This whole stream feels like Monkey Paws Wish. I asked for sea shanty too many times in the past. You've done this to everyone. I'm the wrong demographic here. Yeah, this is just like how the update is perfect for your birthday. This is the perfect stream for your birthday, cat. We're just obsessing over minor differences in the key and tone of music. I feel like you might need to play them at the same time to verify how close it is. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, that's gonna be really tricky to do. I have to put it on my phone, I guess. Okay, so Sea Shanty 2. Okay. So then I just have to press this button on my phone at the same time that I press this. Can I do that? Let's find out. Yeah, so the gap is a bit too far. I thought that the gap is still too short, but this gap is too long. Chat, I feel like pretty good otherwise though, right? I feel like we made something. I feel like we really made something beautiful here today. And all it took, if you'll believe it, is a simple hour of our lives. Yeah, look, everyone else has to hear it for William. I'm winning here. I'm so glad I'm here for this stream. The Mojang makes an update where the biggest feature is a new note block sound. I'm going to fully enjoy that new note block sound. Okay, so then the next line of the guitar tab is do 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 do. Okay, so do 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 do. So there needs to be 2 more of these. So that's the 2 and then the 3. Oh, I've already got the 2 and then the 3. This is 6 note blocks here, and I need to have. Oh, I'm missing a note. That's why I need 7 note blocks here, and I've got 6. Okay, so between. I think that's a 2 and a 3, so I need a 0 in between. Yeah, I'm missing a note block, chat. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Yeah, it's missing a note block. It's so simple to fix problems when you can diagnose them correctly. So I'm just gonna move this back a couple of blocks. Well, I mean, I could just place another block here and then fix them all later. So let's do that. Okay. So we need another note block, and for now I don't have a note block, so we'll just place a note block in the sky above nothing. Because I need copper is actually the biggest problem here. I could place gold here, but what's another good equivalent sound for me to save myself a trip, chat? What should I go for, in your humble opinions? But yeah, let's go to sleep. We're approaching 7,700 days, by the way. I'm still torn about whether I want the day counter on or not. Those last notes could do the pitch correction, but Honestly, it's hilarious as is. It's definitely something. Yeah, chat. You hear all this praise we're getting. Also, our first baby mob. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Honestly, he's so chunky. He looks like a fully grown horse shrunk down. Which is funny because they specifically moved away from fully grown animals but shrunk down. But I feel like we got a ton of them here. Also, my baby Ghast has not grown yet. But his smile is probably more. So, I was hoping to make Glide Map 1 by Gareth Kokies on Note Blocks, but if it takes this long to make a short song, I probably won't. If you just follow a tutorial, I bet it's easier. Like, I'm learning the fundamentals of how to make a song here. But I guess actually for Glide, there won't be a tutorial. So you will need to follow these fundamentals. There's also, there's a tool, I learned this from Chris, again, from the channel here. Apparently there's a tool that can make any song into a note block song, if you just use it. Yeah, I was going to say babies are chunky, but that's a horse. Yeah, it's a very chunky horse. It's, that horse has got some chunk to it. So I'm going to put the bow in here, not that I need it, and the arrows in here just to make future me's life mildly harder. And then I think I can make a few more repeaters just to have them lying around. But otherwise, I think we're good. Okay, chat. Like the long horse meme, but its face is very wide. Did you see that? That was such a smooth animation. I feel like 98% of the time, I don't even notice that there's an animation to pop up the inventory. But I'm really noticing it right now, chat. I'm really noticing it. Too bad there isn't a baby ender dragon. You can make a baby ender dragon if you're brave enough. That is the only advice I can give you. Yeah, we're gonna go and get some copper. I don't love the process of going all the way home just to come back with a couple of blocks, but I need to do it, so I will do it. Let's go. That tool works pretty well from what I've seen, just not every song works in Minecraft because of the timing and BPM fighting tick speed. But in theory, 0.6 seconds is quite easy to do as a gap. But oh, I can do the beats, but I can't do the tone. What? Surely the beats per minute. How can you have more beats than you have in a beats per minute? Surely beats per minute should mean do 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 do. You know, like how do they have more beats than they have beats? What is a beat? I guess is my question. That is my biggest question, really. Yeah, chat, does anyone here know what a beat is? Outside of making borscht. The guitar sheet music feels like a banner screen on an ad. That's right, go and buy some of my music. That doesn't exist and isn't my music. You should do it. It'd be great for one of us. So now I'm going to take some of my excess food and just put it, I don't know, away. Feels messy, but we'll do it anyway. Like, future me can come and enjoy these pork chops. Actually, no, I put the pork chops somewhere else. I put the pork chops in here. Future me can enjoy some pork chops. Okay, so I need to get some copper. Technically, if I'm going to go for more of this, I'd need, like, a good couple dozen copper blocks. So, should we go for that? I mean, I have in here, like... Yeah, I'll get... cut copper. Wax cut copper will be interesting, but I'll specifically use... Well, I could just take it and unwax it, I guess. Yeah, let's take some copper ingots. 63 makes 7 blocks. So then I'll take another 3. And then I'll take another 2 after that as well. Yeah. Okay, so chat, we're making some beautiful stuff. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be glorious, and you're gonna be here for it. So how many cut copper blocks do you get per block? Oh, you get a ton. So cut copper is a cheaper way to do what I'm trying to do here. I ran out of blocks before I got to finish the song. That would quickly turn into people riding a dragon. Yeah, people have been asking for a way to ride the dragon. I didn't realize that they might get babies out of it. Also, it's a vegetable. Thank you very much, chat. I've got the most useful and helpful answers on the subject. Kat, what have you been up to for your birthday? Tell me about it. I'd love to hear. Have you done anything interesting? as the day approaches its end. I guess interesting is the wrong way to put it. I think I like interesting, but I think a lot of people would just prefer like, yeah, if I had cake at home, that'd be a good day. I think that's like actually valid. Probably more valid than whatever my opinion is. A beat is a boom, 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 boom. Ah, yeah, I see. I get it. Yeah, I see what you're mentioning. Makes perfect sense when you say it like that. I don't think my eyes have twitched so much during a Toy Cat stream. This is impressive, Mr. Cat. You don't usually talk about music so much. Yeah, if you want to know my saddest story, in year 3, me at 7 years old, they asked the whole year, who wants to... We've got this new course that's here specifically to teach young children string instruments. I don't quite understand, not string instruments. Maybe string instruments. They wanted to teach us, like, musical instruments, like really weird ones too. Like the trumpet, or the... What's that one that everyone who's a bit weird plays? The viola, or the... like one of those. And they're like, we're looking for volunteers to agree to learn this. And so they took us all, put us in a room, like the 6 of us who wanted to learn. I remember the 5 other people still to this day. They put us all in a room, and they're like, okay, now we're going to do some rhythm tests. That sort of stuff. And at the end of the rhythm test, they were like, and everyone can have an instrument, but not you, Andrew. I think it'd be better if you didn't do instruments at this time. Gotta say, brutal and cruel, but that is the reality. If I was like born to a musical family, if my dad was like a country singer, he'd force me to be a musician. I wouldn't know how. Also, Kat says, I went out. I couldn't see. I was looking desperately because I thought it would be a green, but your name is Blue, and I don't know how my brain didn't interpret that. Also, I went out for breakfast, played Minecraft, went out for dinner. It's been glorious. Where did you go out for dinner and/or breakfast, assuming they are places that will not immediately dox you? Yatch, that was cold. Your music teacher failed. I think it was like a It's wild to me. It would be wild to me if they spent taxpayer money on that. So I always just assume, like, yeah, it must have been like a private company who just like a charity. Because it wasn't like a part of school. They took us out of lessons to go here, which honestly was reason enough for me to want to learn the oboe or whatever. Yeah, I think it was the oboe, the double thing, the cello. That's one of them too. Yeah, like. Who learns these things? The answer is no one learns these things. Do 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 do. Okay, so we got some errors to correct here. Let's go back to the sheet music, which we can trust. So we're just gonna break all of these and put them back down. We're just gonna break them, put them back down, chat. So this is a 2. The fart sound is a 2. Okay, so the gaps between, again, if we start from scratch, it'll all work better. The first one is a 2 with 5 added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one, again, we're gonna have to throw the sheet music back on screen. This is just a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Then this is a 2. 1, 2. This is a 0. This is a 2. 1, 2. This is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Now there's a big gap between each of these, to be fair. Do 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 do. So maybe if these all need to be on a max level repeater. So yeah, I think that should be the solution there. And then also there needs to be a max level repeater between these next one. Okay, chat. I think we're on something. Let's go. What do you reckon? What do you think? How much does that sound like sea shanty? In your humble opinions. If you had to be honest. I can replace this block now, though. It actually sounds pretty good. I think I'm just listening to it and I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome, but I feel like this actually sounds pretty good. It seems ridiculous to dump an instrument in a kid's hands before teaching them the concept of tempo. I mean, but we got a guy. Chat. Look at this. Now I give him one of these, and he'll stay young forever. Look at it. Now I just tie him up to something to make sure he stays there. So I have some fences in this build somewhere, but for now we'll just put it there. Chat, I now have a forever Ghastling. Isn't that cute? Went to this hotel nearby for brekkie and Ellingar Farm for dinner, which is a farmhouse inns pub we use a lot. So it's literally the word Ellingar. It's you have to pronounce that in the native. You know, if I'm learning music today, I can learn fake Scottish, I guess. But no, more seriously, that's that. Also, they have a Goose vegan Biscoff cheesecake or Biscoff ice cream sundae. I feel like also it's got that drunk sea sentiency soul. It sounds like you had a great day. It sounds like you have. Honestly, this is a stupid thing that I didn't really quite appreciate until recently, but it's like, man, when you go out to a restaurant, get this, they clean up for you every time. Even at a bad restaurant, they're never like, oh yeah, actually, we're a little short-staffed today. Could you go in the back and just like do the dishes for us? Because, you know, we don't have the time to do it ourselves. They never say that to you in a restaurant. And get this, you don't even have to like look at the cooking instructions, even a place where they microwave meal it. They do the microwave buttons for you. And so I've come to really appreciate, like, man, you go to a bad restaurant, and as long as the food isn't unpalatable, it's a good restaurant. Whereas you go to Ellingar, and presumably it's at a hotel. I don't know why hotel restaurants are assumed to be nicer, but that is a real stereotype. You go to Ellingar, and they're gonna do that all for you, and the food is probably more than palatable. Yeah, I feel like I really like the idea of doing food reviews, but it's solely just like from the perspective of an alien who's like, wow, and they just give you this? That's only if you can't pay. Honestly, you know what's crazy is I think basically no restaurant will ever actually do that to you. And it's kind of upsetting because I like the idea of like pay via dishwashing, right? But I think we've long since gone past a society where people not paying has been normal. I had to leave a meeting for half an hour. Can I hear the finished masterpiece? Okay. Just for you, generic observer. Here's what it sounds like normally. Here's what it sounds like in the game. What do you reckon, chat? I feel like we have made C Sharty. There is no question about it. But I think it's delightful anyway. But yeah, I think so isn't it incredible that you go to a place and not only is the food probably not cold, probably prepared for you, but it sounds like it was even good, Cat. I think that's a miracle. I feel like that's something that the world does not put enough thought into. Oh, chat, can I tell you about something else? This isn't something I think anyone will find interesting, but I need to tell someone about this because I chipped a tooth recently, and I went to the dentist and I was like, okay, so can we get this fixed? And they're like, yeah, it's a really easy fix. We'll do it like tomorrow. And I was like, awesome. And they'll be like, okay, to make this appointment, you just have to pay the £400. And I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting a number that high. I'm gonna shop around for this one. And then I realized, yeah, they've got, I don't know, like it was, my dentist was relatively affordable for being so good, but I was like, ooh. Funnily enough, actually, Dasher, they're all Russian at my dentist. I don't understand how. I only learned that they were Russian. I thought they were just all generically Eastern European. But the one word in Russian I know well is like spicy ba. And so I heard them say spicy ba to each other. And I was like, oh, there's some Russians doing my dentist work. But yeah, then I found out that you can get like chipped teeth covered by the the NHS because it is like this will eventually cause me serious health concerns if I ignore it. So I went to a dentist today. I picked a new dentist. They're cheaper. They're great. And first of all, I got my teeth cleaned. Feels real good. Also, Toy Jack in the Discord. Oh, exciting! Chat, do you want to see it? So we can now make 4 more note blocks. So here, 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 and then put our note blocks down on top of some copper blocks. I mean, Spicy Buff is also Ukrainian. Oh, they could be Ukrainian. I don't know why. I just assume on balance that unless it's recent, like recently there's way more Ukrainians than Russians. I just feel like on average, I guess they could be like Belarusian too, right? I should look into that. My one Russian word is, I guess it's probably also going to be like, man, I can't believe my one proof of Russian is actually proof of just Eastern Slavic. The heartbeat or a ticking clock. So chat, I'm going to look up now the Toy Jack for you. This is the prototype Toy Jack skin. What do you chat, I'm sorry. I'm reacting to it before you can see. Okay, chat, you need to see this, and so I will let you see this. What do you think of the Toy Jack skin? I think I might get in trouble with someone if I try to ship this, but that makes me want to do it more. Like, look at his face. This is pushing someone's bounds, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan. What do you reckon, chat? He looks like he has resting cat face. That's a good way of putting it, actually. That is the beauty that comes with the territory. So silly. Okay, chat. We're gonna get back to our things now. Do 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 do. There's gonna be like 2 more right after this. So 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, and then after that it's no, that can't be right. Do 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 do. I think it's 8, and I've somehow messed this up again, chat. Yeah, there's a 2 in here that I think I've missed. Yeah, I need to put like a 2 over here somewhere. So I'll remove this repeater, and I need to put a yeah. There's a 2 that goes in here. That's where this is all falling apart, chat. Okay. So we'll put these both on max or near max, and then we'll put a I don't have many of these untarnished. And then we put that there, and then we put this here. Chat, I think I've finally found the missing piece. I was just missing a 2. No, I have the 2. The 2 is a 7. So I'm missing a number somewhere. Okay. So let's just remove all the note blocks again and try it again. Let's just Okay, we need 8 to make this work. Do 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 do. So this has to be do 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 do. That's why it's all gone wrong. It was all in front of me and I still messed it up anyway. So this one is a 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And then it's a 5 and then a 3 and a 2. 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 1 2. And then it's a 2 0 2 3. 1 2 0 1 2 1 2 3. Chat. Okay. We're here. We did it. Ignore the last bit of that. That was good. Okay. We did it. We're in a beautiful place. And now we could do the next couple of notes of the next bit, but it's not going to sound great. So 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. And then 1 2 3 1 2. This just won't work, but we'll put it on anyway. Okay. Do 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 do. This maybe needs a bit of reconfiguring. These are all on the max, and these need to be not on the max, but definitely on half of the max. Okay. Yeah, chat. This is sounding so good now. Please scrape the oxidation off. Yeah, I'll scrape it off for now, but I do like the idea that over time it will get more and more wonky sounding. But chat, I do want some oxidized copper later. Do 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 do. Okay. It's all now perfected. How does this sound? Yeah, ignore that last bit. It's all wonky. But chat, doesn't that sound like something great? Did we do it? Did we nail it? I think we did. You should do a limited edition Note Block Sea Shanty 2 vinyl record like the Creo cards. I look forward to all of the negative free sales that we would make on that. Also, so quick, says Shintao, in relation to the artwork. I'm amazed by Adam Sony's speed and talent on this one. This is a dodgy guy who is it's a very dodgy cat. But okay. Let's keep things moving. Okay. So chat. IBX Notecat. I want Taco Bell. We all want Taco Bell. But what are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna get Taco Bell? Okay, so now I'm gonna have to make some more note blocks, but that's like easy to do. Yeah, I'll just take some of my mangrove wood. And then I could just do the whole next section here. I think do 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 do. I think that might be like that might be enough for anyone to get it. I generally have no idea how people make things for note blocks. They just end up confusing me. Yeah, that is a valid thought and response. You're not incorrect for feeling confused. So we have to make a ton of these. We're not getting any more redstone repeaters though, so that's good. Okay, chat. I'm feeling good about this now. Feel like we've hit our stride all of a sudden. Also, we have to consider that like note blocks sound different as you get farther away. So if I have to like follow them. That sounds good, right? Again, okay, wait, listen to this, chat. Good. Okay. And then one more time. Anyway, chat, I got this so I got a tooth filling. I got myself a tooth filled in today. And honestly, it is the weirdest thing. In the same way that like, when I lost the tooth, I was like, my mouth is ruined. There's now this random foreign object in my mouth, and I keep touching it, and it like hurts to touch. And it's like, but it didn't hurt when there was no tooth there. And now I'm like, should I have just stayed natural and had no tooth? It cost me like £50 still or something. You know, it wasn't cheap. It was just not as painfully expensive. But like, still, it's something interesting that I figured I would share, chat. So I'm gonna have to move this down a block just to make this all work correctly. So I'll move this down there, and then I'll place my repeater, and then same thing, block, and then block, and then this. And is that enough for the song? Okay, so for the next part of the song is 9 notes. We need 4, and then we need 5. So this goes here, and then we need 2 more after this as well. So I'll just dig through the dirt for the next ones. Okay, here. Yeah, we need 2 more after this. But chat, I think we've really found a stride on how to make music in Minecraft. The timing is still a little bit wonky. There's still some serious improvements to be made here, but I'm just happy that it doesn't sound so ridiculous anymore. So by default, we'll set these to 2. I don't actually know where we want them. Also, by default, we have to make sure that none of them do that. So we'll break that. Okay, so 2 more note blocks now, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get all the way to the next section if this works without flaw. It'll probably smooth itself out when you're eating and stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping that like in just a day or two it'll feel like fine. But it's crazy. I mentioned it. I was like in there, and they were like, "So this is just a routine checkup." And I was like, "Actually, I have a tooth that's like not functioning. They just told me I had to do a checkup first. But like, we can just fix that now. I'm here already." And I was like, "This is what I like in the world." Someone who's like, "Oh yeah, we're technically not following the procedure correctly, but we'll do the job that we're here to do better." You know, like I feel like the amount of suffering we put down to, well, you didn't ask for this in the right way, and so I'm not going to give you, I'm not going to help you, because if I helped you, that might encourage you to do this in the wrong way again. The amount of like nonsense like that in the world that exists, kind of crazy, kind of scary, honestly. Actually, the amount that people will like, like harm the world, harm their fellow humans, just for adherence to some like greater idea. And this filling, it wasn't cheap. You ought to know. You bought it. Yeah, you did buy it, chat. You know what I'd be doing right now? Were it not for you, chat? I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing right now, except I would be crazy. I'd be real jokerish. By 26, I got my teeth pulled. They couldn't be saved. Okay, chat. Can someone tell me? Can someone talk me out of this? I think it's subjectively a little insane. Again, I just hear me out. I think it's insane that we have teeth. Like, we have these things that rot and cost thousands when they go wrong. It's like, why don't we just pull them all out and replace them with like some metal? Like, why do we have teeth? Why, you know how like in some places they remove your wisdom teeth just by default when you turn 18. It's like, or like, you know, like they assume you want them out rather than assuming you want them in. But why do we only do that for your wisdom teeth? Your, I don't know what they're called, like your row 18 or something, row 16. Also, that's Toykat's stand-up routine about how bureaucracy is terrible and makes people miserable on purpose. Yeah, honestly though, I think some people in life get off on this idea that they can make people's lives miserable on purpose. We all want to. Everyone has inside of them a target of people they'd secretly like to make miserable. In my also chat, it's new horse. It's new horse. We got him. We got him. Oh, he's beautiful, isn't he? Look what a great horse he is. Oh, I love the way he looks. Just a stunner. With his wonderful like, why did they do this? Why did they? Nope. Not gonna question it. Maybe it's a hint to something in the future. Yeah. Why don't you just remove all the teeth and then get like metal in there or something? Or even better, like, why do we need teeth rotted out less than they do today? High sugar diets and poor hygiene has changed the norm. Yeah, so why don't we get metal that doesn't get ground out by sugar? Because your body loves having your original teeth and hates everything else. Lots of things start breaking when you lose / pull your teeth. Really? Oh. Also, good to see you, Johnny Woodstock. And/or Nigel. We used to eat lots of fibrous plants, as we didn't used to have the soft, delicious fruits we have now. We also don't die from tooth problems anymore, so we don't have natural selection to adapt our diet. Yeah, everyone is sounding like they're in favor of my thing. Like, yeah, teeth aren't fitted to the modern world. Let's get rid of them all. Okay, so let's come through here and let's do our next few notes. So 5, 5, 5, 3, 2. Okay, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Giant gap between 5 and the next one. Like, can we do this? If we can do this, it would work better. Okay, 5, 5. Did I do 5? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then it's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is a 2 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Also, Nigel, you're gonna love this if you're into music. I'm really good at music, and we're learning that together. So this isn't 5, this is 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so then this is a big gap between these two, a small gap, and then it's a big gap between the next ones. Like really, really big gap here. And then it's a small gap, it's a small gap, it's a small gap, and then it's a small gap. Okay, chat. This should sound like Sea Shanty 2 all the way through. If we trust the tabs, then this will all sound great. Okay, so let's listen to this again. I'll play as far as I think it goes now. That's as far as it goes. Okay. So tell me how close we've gotten that here. Oh no! What have I done? Oh, I've made it loop. Okay, that's actually quite handy to know. That if you just make it in the right way, you can set it to loop around permanently. Yeah, so when I'm done, all I have to do is make sure the note blocks come back this way, and then set it to loop. Yeah, chat, I've created something genius. So we'll put a redstone dust here. And then we'll just have the repeater go all the way down. And then around. I think I'm going to run out, so we'll just have to tie this back into here. Okay, chat. Here is my Sea Shanty 2 on loop. It's like Sea Shanty 2, but it never stops. This is so close to something good. He's missing a note in the first measure still. Do. Okay. Do. Do. Yeah, I'm missing a note. Do. It's so close to something, chat. I can't quite work out what. Such an infuriating and satisfying loop. I am amazed that genuinely all it's taken is about an hour and a half to go from I have no understanding of note blocks besides that they map to music in some way to actually we made this. Like, I'm gonna break the loop now, chat. I think this will drive me crazy if I let it go again. Okay, so I'm gonna try it one more time and work out which bit I want to loop. Yeah, that's something wrong there. That's honestly, this is really well done. This is like so well done, chat. I think I've nailed this. Yeah, this sounds so perfect. Wow. At least 10 years. I'd love to have it now. Also, seen the episode of House where old man had zinc poisoning from unfitted dentures? Why do we get poisoning from having stuff in our mouths? So then I guess the body is stupid. It wants teeth. It's not happy with no teeth, but also it destroys the teeth that we have if we eat the foods that we love to eat. Man, ridiculous. Human body, not a fan. Honestly, someone needs to patch that out. It's been a while. I think we could do with one. I'm really proud of you. Thank you, Wordfish Trombone. I'm proud of me too. So, yeah, I need to go back and get some more redstone. It's a little bit frustrating. But I think we can do this. Okay, so let's put down the copper blocks now, because then we can bring back the rest of the copper. Do 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 do. That's as far as we've got. And then so we need. Wait, yeah, like. Do 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 do. Wait, no. Do 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 do. So we just need do 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 do. So how many notes is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's so many. Okay, but we can do this, chat. We can do this. I believe in me. I hope you believe in me too. So let me just count that again. I'll get this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll have to put like 13 here, I guess. Yeah, and then it can loop back over to here and back to the start, and then we can have it go on a perfect chain reaction if we want it to. Yeah, chat. I think this is something beautiful. I had plans of working on the dirt today. I love that we've done this instead. This is a nice little creative experimentation. A creator I was following made a Christmas Carol song for every day in December. At least it was awesome. That is really cool. Yeah, chat. I hope that watching me do this live is also, you know, as much as it's like fun because like people who know are like, how do you even think this is possible to like at the start? But it's fun towards the end being like, oh yeah, like hopefully this is a reminder that you can just learn this stuff. It is just possible. So I'm going to move these one block to the right just to avoid this issue. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll just move every block to the right one. And then we won't accidentally play a note block when we don't want to. I could also place a note block here and have it go around, but I want to stick to everything making sense. Also, that keeps the gap between these the same, even though the gap between these is like double as wide, but we'll ignore that for now. Okay, so remove all of these. Chat, I think I'm so ready now. I'm so ready for this. Do 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 do. Okay, one more time. Remind me what I'm working for. Okay, and then it's going to be I'm sadly not really musical. I have great appreciation for it, but no talent in creating. Yeah, I would say oh yeah, I'm like touching my tooth now, chat, and I'm like, ooh. Feels so weird. So okay, I like that I learn about the game whenever I watch you. At first, I watch your videos to learn. Now I watch them to have fun and learn. Let me tell you the best video for learning. It's called 43 Real Minecraft Facts. And you should watch it. So okay, I read 1984 recently. Do you have any opinions on it? We could have a scheduled hate session for that book right now if you want. That might be useful to you. Also, I want to buy something from the Wandering Trader before I go home. I think he might be gone by now. But there'll be another one. They always come back, chat, let me tell you. No, I think... Oh, no, there he is, yeah. We'll buy it just free from him. And I can put it in my piles back home. Genuinely, I think a lot of people mock this, but it's like, yeah, if you always have emeralds near you anyway, rather than chopping down trees, just use the Wandering guy. It doesn't make any sense logically, but it kind of does. By the way, chat, while we're here anyway, I'm going to just ruin the whole flight that I started. I had this idea recently. What I love about the slime sulfur or whatever it's called. What happened? What am I looking at right now? Anyway, what realms are so good. Absolutely no issues ever. Yeah, so I buy wood all the time. Mangrove is so precious. It is. Also, someone who engages music as little as you do.
For someone who engages with music as little as you do, I'd say you're doing quite well.
Thank you.
!D.
Thank you for the !D. I totally agree. So I had this, I think that genuinely, like, I feel like the fact that it sounds anything like sea shanty is better than I was expecting. So I had this idea of like, what if we use the sulfur slime and you like gotta punch him to decide what resources you get? You could actually make a board game from something like this. I guess it depends on how well people can punch the sulfur slime. Also, apparently this is a cold biome. Meh, the day I learned. So yeah, we're just gonna fly into the missing blocks. Yeah, it's just so many notes back to back, which in theory should make it a little bit easier for me to like do, you know. Hopefully, that's the plan. Why is there an emerald in this chest? How did I possibly come across an emerald and decide to store it here? That is a mystery I don't think I'll ever quite know the answer to. Also, it's a shame I never used this entrance to my mines. It's also a shame I never used the tunnel system, huh? Perhaps I will take a break from listening to sea shanty now. No, but it's almost done. No, it's I hope you enjoyed the slightly earlier stream today to celebrate the release of 1.26.10. Is that what it would be, I guess? How long till you host SNL UK? Has anyone here watched SNL UK? I got recommended a YouTube video that said, actually, they nailed it. And I was like, oh. And then I watched it and I was like, oh. You have to be like, they made the, they did the thing where it's like, this is what, I don't know. I think they had like 2 good jokes, but they weren't like played particularly well. I feel like it might have been really well written and poorly performed. So that's something that's like easy to fix. Also, yes, thank you for the earlier stream. SNL UK is the thing. How was Canada? I missed the first time if you talked about it. Yeah, Canada was great. I enjoy being in Canada. I think the next time I go to Canada, I also want to see the bits of the US that are close to Canada, because all the major airports in the US are like in the coasts, right? So if you want to see the inland, Canada is all inland, weirdly enough. Like, its coast is like, it's a weird thing, but like it means that I want to see, what is it called, like the Adirondack Mountains, but like Vermont, basically. I want to go and see if Ben and Jerry's taste better in Vermont. It definitely does not. There's no way that that is a thing. But I think I'd enjoy trying. I guess it'll probably be in the summer at this point. Everyone who lives in that like cold part of the continent is like, yeah, life just sucks from September through to May. But man, summer is beautiful. And it's like, you are not selling me on ever coming back here. But I appreciate the honesty, I guess. You want to stare longingly in the US's direction? I actually have a funny, I have like a reason of like, I don't think I'll be visiting the US as much after, there's a big deadline that's like July of this year. And then after that point, I don't think I want to visit as much, which I know to a lot of people, they're like, what do you mean after then? You shouldn't be visiting now. But, you know, I don't let other people decide where I will and won't go, sadly. But I do think it's interesting that, like, I felt like it's something I've got to, like, do more while I can, I guess. And I'm not. I think mostly I'm just, like, very, I don't know. I think, you know, chat, can I have a real talk with you? I think I think I give more updates on this stuff than most YouTubers do. And I sometimes worry, like, yeah, you get it. You understand. You're not here to understand reality. You're here to understand fiction. As a Canadian, 2 hours from the border, I'm not crossing south for another few years. So, Anne Thornton, if I'm not mistaken, wouldn't it be west from where you live to go south? I know going south means generally going to America, but if you live in, like, Niagara Falls, you have to go north to get to America. It's fun. I think that's fun. Yeah, I think I feel pretty good about the plans here on YouTube to like shore things up, but it does take a lot of like just time, and it's one of the reasons why, again, I really like streaming, but if I look at it objectively, like every now and then I can justify it as like, oh, this is actually a really good way to, what's a good way to put this? Like, it's a good way to you know, like produce a type of content that people like. But I think that I think the streams that I do are not the streams that actually attract any new viewers in. Which is something that's like really easily solved. Like I started talking about this earlier. Like every creator wants to create in a vacuum, but actually we're like all influenced by the videos and by the stuff that we watch around us. And so where that applies to me is that I think I like to make the YouTube videos that were like cool in 2012. Or like even to a lesser extent, I think I really had a nice little spot of like YouTube video making in like 2019. I kind of like that too. The period between there is like perfect YouTube. I think there's a lot of YouTube since then that I'm just like, this isn't a good trend. I don't like this. Like, I think every YouTube video has like an ad spot, and I'm like, that is a more profitable way to run a YouTube channel. You know, release one video a week with an ad in it rather than releasing a video a day because, you know, regular ads will pay like 10 times as good as YouTube ads. But also it's like, you know, there's all sorts of things like that where I'm like, I don't like the experience, and so I don't want to do it. And one of those examples is like, you know, the 100 days trend was never one for me, but so too was the like, here is a giant project. We start with a bunch of fake shots of me having made a recreation of the build. We start with like some blurs of it and like, oh, and it's like, okay, no, that's not. I always kind of liked more approachable stuff in Minecraft, as an example. But so the specific way that I'm thinking about it now is like, I do think that there is a type of 2026 YouTube video that is also popular, that also works well on the YouTube channel. And I think that I've been spending a lot of time like working in those bounds. It takes a lot more effort to like work out what it is that it takes a lot more effort to work to something that already exists. You know, like, if you get what I'm saying here, like when you're making a YouTube video format, you can either I feel like this is what I've always like done, and it always feels like I'm basically admitting to like, yeah, it always like, it's something that again no one likes to say because it's like it's admitting this like base truth that everything is a little bit of like you know, copying or plagiarism or whatever. But like the idea to make Minecraft YouTube videos was at one point a unique idea. At one point people would have said you were crazy for doing it, but then it became like a standard thing. And wow, when did I get this librarian in here? But anyway, you know, also all I need is one emerald and you'll give me unbreaking free. That feels unreasonable there, friend. What a great villager he is, though. I mean, I love your streams, but I'd rather you're mentally healthy and wealthy and then do these just for us. Yeah, I think I still am going to stream. I think we're just going to cut it back a little bit so that I can make sure I'm like... I think, like, I've been doing a lot of shorts and a lot of longs, and I think they're both way less successful than the... Oh, sorry, not longs. I mean streams. I think weirdly enough, even if I put the YouTube stuff as like a semi-back burner, it still is way more successful than when I put like my all into shorts and my all into streams. I feel like Void Flat was like you know, like the first few streams of that were a crazy example of like, yeah, we went hard. And I think like one of them popped off and that was kind of it. And it's like, yeah, with that information, I think it only really makes... It's so weird that I have this here. Humans were the original generative AI. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole second layer of conversation that I think will make a lot of people uncomfortable. I kind of am of the belief that, like, yeah, of course humans do a lot of great, unique things. And of course, generative AI can't replace that fully. But right now, Gen AI does it, like, questionably, right? But the truth is that, like, if you compare it to a human, it sucks. But the fact that it's now comparable to a human, it's like having a low IQ monkey or something. But the fact that is even a possibility now is kind of crazy. Also, David says he disagrees with Polly. He loves my streams and prefers me to ranged. Yeah, I think what it is I'm gonna be putting a lot of work into some video stuff, and I think I've worked it out so that the odds of success are way higher. Because there's this eternal push on the channel, right, between what is called there's a YouTube term for this, like hero content and regular content. Thank you, David Salam.
Video on the 2026 UK self-employed tax changes. Toy Cat is yes.
Did we speak about this? Everyone I speak to about this is like, wow, I've not heard about this till just now. I find it to be really, really nuts. That we've Americanized. I will not. I should make a video about it, actually. I've got a video about housing policy that I don't, I like, I think one of the weird things about YouTube is I have, like, in my mind, like, here is what I do for work, and here is some other stuff that I do. And so today's here's what else I did, is I was like, I'm passionate about this. This is a cool article. I'm going to talk about housing policy for a little bit. Low IQ human has no idea what he's talking about. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Low IQ human. No, I'm not. Generic Observer, it's good to see you, as always. See, I hope that for you, like, that guy was like, he mentioned me in a stream once, so I like him. I hope for you, you're like, yeah. Ever since that, one video, here forever. Because I love to see the regulars. It's fun how many regulars we have seen today. Fair enough, you have to stream less, although I will miss it. Yeah, it's been a massive, like, I think eventually we'll stabilize again. I think it always is, like, before, like, okay, chat. I love to, what most people in the UK, you get 4 weeks, what is it, 32 days off a year? Maybe it's 28. But you get the equivalent of about 5 working weeks off a year. And so for most people, you book that, and also, look at, it's so weird. Is this top row, like, chat, can you tell me if I'm crazy? Does it look like this top row is, like, slightly cropped by what's above it? I feel like I'm going insane. But that's okay. I probably slowly am. I felt like open mic went well last night, which is good, because the time before, I felt like I bombed. Yeah, I need to, I think, Dan, I might just push myself to do it one day. Again, I think it has to be a B-tier city. When I was in Canada, I was like, I'm in Ottawa right now. I feel like there's probably not a big comedian scene here. So if I'm okay, everyone will be like, that's exactly what we expected. Whereas, you go to, I don't know, like New York, or you go to, I bet even Vegas is, like, pretty close to the idea that, like, yeah, people move here to be funny. Maybe LA too. Or indeed London. I feel like the UK has such a big comedy scene. It looks a little trimmed, like my income. Yeah, thank you for trimming your income for me. Hopefully just your income. Blocking you for saying Ottawa is a B-tier city. I mean, you can say it how you like, right? But there is a distinct hierarchy to the city. Like Shentao, we once said nothing cool comes to Canada. And I'll hold you to that, right? Because I think Toronto is, like, it's in the what's the word for this? Like, they're in the leagues to one day join the likes of the A cities. A lot of people will hate me for this, but I think that it's like London, New York, Tokyo, Sydney, Dubai, debatably, Singapore, debatably. But those first 4 everyone agrees on. Like, those are the big 4 cities. That's where stuff is happening. That's where if a band goes on tour, you're going to see them. That's where if something cool is happening, they want to make sure they get to those cities. You got a copy chain you like, you'll find it there. If Ottawa is B tier to you, I don't want to ask what Moscow is. So Moscow is weirdly an example of a city that should be A tier. If the 1991? If the 90, like, liberalization period of Russia had, like, fully succeeded, I don't know if it could have even. Like, it's a big country. There's a lot of slightly underlying problems that are tricky to resolve. But if that had succeeded, I feel like Moscow would be 100% an A city by that definition, right? It'd be a city that's like, yeah, there's like 11 million people there. If you were, again, I feel like this feels like you can. This is like punching down, right? So there's no way to say this politely, but and it's gonna make me seem like I'm just being mean, but I feel like I'm just describing the world. Sorry if I'm describing it moonly. You posted one of the world's best places was in Ottawa on Instagram. I did post that one of the world's best places was in Ottawa. Does that make Amsterdam an A? Again, B cities are ones that are like, oh yeah, this is a great city for its area, one of the best. Whereas, you know, New York is a best city in the world. I feel like I've got a lot of bad things to say about New York, but it is still one of the best cities in the world. And again, similarly, like Moscow, if you're in this Eastern Slavic region, it's one of these cities to be going to. If you want to be surrounded by people who do not make a lot of facial expressions, but do have a lot of strong opinions on vodka, and specifically strong vodka, right people. And so similarly, like Amsterdam is a great city within Northwestern Europe if you're speaking purely continentally. It's a top 5 city in Northwestern Europe, continentally speaking. Aruba's the best city in the world. Yeah, then you get down to the Arubas, and that's like a you know, I'd say down from a B tier city, if like Amsterdam, Moscow, Ottawa, Montreal, whatever. Then down from there, you get like the C cities, which would be like Nottingham or like Charleston, South Carolina, or like, you know, if we're being really generous, we could say like, I don't know, like Freiburg. You know, pick a city like that where you might have heard of it if you really know. And then there's the tier below that, which is D cities, where it's like technically this is a city. There's an airport within a couple of hours of here, and it has flights to some places. You know, I'm gonna pick on you here, Anne Fulton, the Frederictons of the world, the Arubas of the world. Okay, so I've got to make some redstone repeaters now. I love Toronto, the public transport, the museums. I like Toronto too. I think it's a good city. I think it's in the promotion like period to go up into the A tier. I think if it plays its cards right, Toronto will be an A tier city. In no time at all. No time whatsoever. Chat, I don't know how I managed to do this, but I went all the way across my world and didn't get enough redstone repeaters. Okay, so let's see if we can do this with what we've got. Let's see if we can try. So I'm guessing there's gonna be do 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 do. Yeah, there's a gap in it again. I'm gonna guess it's like 2 repeaters worth, which is actually quite frustrating because I have very few repeaters. But that's okay. Ouch. Yeah, that's probably good. And then I think these are gonna have to just be 2 notches between them. And let's see how these sound. My nearest airport is Eindhoven, which isn't really great, to be honest. Yeah, Eindhoven Airport. That's like, what are you flying? Ryanair to Alicante or something? Like, you can get like the cheapest flights to London from there. Like, they'll be like £7. When you say best, do you mean relevant in relation to cities? Oh yeah, that's what, like my tier of cities is relevancy on the global stage, right? Like, I had this idea. I think everyone has this idea at some point in their life that like you're not really a citizen of a country. You're a world person. Also, I have to move all of these blocks 1 to the right, and then it will actually be like evenly balanced. Yeah, I mean like on the relevant, like you know, like in the sense that there can be such a thing as a citizen of the world, which, you know, we've spent a lot of time trying to disprove as a society. You know, like where is the world and where is like sleepy and regional? It's a really tricky thing to like what city is S tier? Oh, if a city is S tier, I don't know that we can. It'd have to be Tokyo, but Tokyo has the problem if it's not very. I mean, it's starting to resolve it, but it's not very like. There's a lot of people in Tokyo, and they are all Japanese, which is great from a visiting perspective. But it makes it theoretically less like world city and more like Japan city. I guess I should have said Shanghai when I was saying A cities. I bet they're on the list. I feel like they have to be. Okay, chat. So let's finish these off with what we've got, but I really balls this up, so I don't know that we can. Okay, so looking at the notes, this next section is 2022. 2022. So 1, 2, 0. And then there's a big gap, and then it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chat. Let's see how this sounds. This is the furthest we've gotten. Oh, that sounds awful. Yeah, it's so many notes in such a quick succession. I think it's going to be a nightmare to actually do. Like, but anyway, so we've done as far as we've actually got tunes for. So that was a 2. And then there's a 0. And then there's a 2. And then after the 2, there's a big gap. Wait, have I miscounted this? No, I've done this from the wrong section. Okay, so we need to fix this and do this again. These are all incorrect and all must be removed. Okay, just pretend none of this happened. Move on with our lives. Chat, I made Sea Shanty 2. No, I've got to finish this. I've got to. If I don't do it now, chat, I never will. And so I have to do it now, which means we have to fly across the world, grabbing some. I'll make a ton of repeaters at home. That's what we need to do. Well, it's actually pretty good. Thank you. I like the idea of being citizens of the world. I call myself a citizen of the world in the sense that people from all over the world feel like siblings and friends to me. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the things the internet did. If for the first time, like, if you've ever thought about, like, why is it that people from Kent are such, why is it that people from, repeaters at home, why is it that people from Liverpool are so different to people from Manchester? Or, why are Californians so different to Mexicans? Or why, why is it that, I don't know, Canadians are so different to Americans? They are literally, they're formed of roughly the same peoples settling the same continent at very similar times. But Canadians ended up with a stereotype for niceness, and Americans ended up with a stereotype for, whatever it is. What is Sea Shanty 2? Am I too uncultured? Yeah, you are. It's all Sea Shanty 2. Like a shanty you sing by the sea, and it's the second one of them. It's a RuneScape song. It's one of the most delightful songs. If I mention the Sea Shrine, does anyone get the video game reference, or am I old AF? Oh, I don't even know what a Sea Shrine is. Chat, does anyone get that reference? Do you know what a Sea Shrine is? Sea Chantal 2. Do 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 do. Chantal, 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 Chantal. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a ton of repeaters now. I don't actually have the stone for it here. I didn't realize that I was bringing the stone into an environment where I'm gonna have to mine some stone. Then it's the silliest thing, but I'm gonna mine some stone now, chat. Where do I need to mine stone? Well, obviously, years ago I started this mine under the assumption that I would want to branch mine every layer of my world, right? Silly idea, I'll concede. But what if I just took one of these branch mines and went with it? I guess as long as it's low enough down that I won't mess with something. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just mine this one. Right now it doesn't go anywhere. I'll pick up some blocks. It'll be great. I heard they announced Chantal 2 at Minecraft Live. The city I live in California is almost half non-white because there's a lot of Hispanic people here. Okay, so maybe California is a lot more like Mexico than I gave it credit for. Looking forward to 2Cat Live 2026. I do about one live stream a year. But yeah, chat, there's this funny thing. Can I share one of my like deepest? I feel like I'm not meant to share this, but I need to get it out to someone, and so right now you're all gonna be my victims for this. There's this funny thing about YouTube where I feel like there are two types of videos. One's where you're talking to your audience, and one where you're hoping to speak to maybe a wider audience. People who aren't already subscribed, but maybe maybe will be if we make the right calls. And I feel like there's like a lot more pressure in speaking to a new audience. But also there's a little bit of like, because YouTube has tried to blur those two things together, you know, you can't actually see someone, you can't guarantee you'll see content from someone just because you're subscribed to them. It means there's a little bit of like, okay, I can't just talk to people in the way that I would like and they would like. We've got to like meet these things here. And that's like ramped up to the top when you do like... So today's video, I recorded the whole thing and I was like, I think I sound a little sick. And I realized like, oh, if I sound a little sick, is the whole video ruined? Are people going to be like, I like this guy's opinion on emeralds, but cannot stomach the way he sounds like he's about to throw up. Or, I don't know, is about to give me COVID. I don't know, something I think about. Okay, so I need some sticks, which I just put away. 56 sticks, that's plenty of sticks. I'll make a pile of redstone torches. Like so many redstone torches. And now that's 7 repeaters, but I need way more. So I'll make the rest into redstone torches. I'll grab even more redstone. And then we'll just keep on going. Also, look at the way the rain renders in front of the glass here. Super weird. Yeah, I'm running out of redstone. We're going to have to do a redstone session, chat. When is the Toy Cat's girlfriend gave him a very silly hairstyle stream? I have an answer to that. And it is not one you will like. Hi guys, how are you? Lawand Barum! I'm doing great, thank you for asking. My husband's not a fan, but he watches your videos when he needs to find out something. As well he should. Yeah, the Ultimate Guide is the biggest example of that. Like that thing in action. It's like I'm very aware when making it. So I've got 4 repeaters down. So I need to put at least 9 of these away. Yeah, that probably balances it nicely. I'll bring a 10th out just in case I need it. Yeah, it's also do you guys have a shared Minecraft world, or do you do it all solo? I feel like I'm the only person in the world who's like, yeah, my Minecraft, and like I feel like you share something like that, and where does it go? Terribly is the answer. Are all the Ultimate Guide questions? Damn, I hate this guy, but this answers my question. I had a version of that today. It's funny you say that, actually. Let me read you the comment I got today on my Ultimate Mushroom Guide video. It was, great video, but it sounds like your mic is close to something like a tube. You know, like, good video, but also your audio quality makes me want to die. We've got, I think, like, the ones that really go outside the base audience are the ones that are interesting, because you know, like, the insults are more common, but you also kind of feel a little bit like the compliments are more earned. You're like, this person has no idea who I am, or if I'm worthy of this compliment. I could be a murderer for all he knows. We do it solo. I have my world. He has his server he's working on. I also like Bedrock. He likes Java. Oh, that's what is that? That's like a Romeo and Juliet thing, like star-crossed lovers. I play Bedrock. He plays Java. You know, it all works out. It's interesting. Then I feel like Bedrock and Java, they put all this work to bring it together. Genuinely, to my perspective, I feel like they've gotten further apart in terms of, maybe I just understand more how they're far apart. But I thought they were getting closer, and I'm starting to feel the opposite. When's the next realm review? My son wants to know if you visited our world. I can't do realm review right now, actually. There's a funny thing. If we check my invites, I have none, and I did join. Yeah, I can join people's worlds that I'm already a part of. But I haven't age verified, and I'm waiting for Minecraft to roll their eyes and give up like everyone else is. Because I just don't like. Have you noticed that, by the way, chat? I'm liking it, but like every other social media site is like, we're really strict about this, and then eventually they just give up. Maybe they use better methods of verification, like credit cards or something. But like, I don't think Twitter has asked me. It asked me once, and then it stopped asking me, and it shows me a lot of stuff that I'm not necessarily sure that I would call child friendly. Toycat, did you see with the Golden Dandelion? Once again, new content ignoring parity, even actively working against it. Age locked on Java, growth paused on Bedrock. Oh, so can you not do the multiple time feeding them thing on Java? That is interesting. I tried to get my husband to play Minecraft. He isn't a fan. Oh, you need to sell it to him as like Lego, right? You need to just be like, just take the controller for 10 minutes. Here's a block full of... I don't know, like, I feel like, I feel like looking at, like, the latest game stages like this, I think would really throw people off. The UK Ofcom tried to find 4chan, and they responded with a photo of a giant hamster. I think that's a hugely interesting case, right? I see quite a few people... I think if you're American, it's, like, something to be proud of. But I feel like it's, like... It's a question of our, like, fundamental... You know, if I... Dare I say this, David? I feel like the 4chan thing... Because obviously, 4chan's 4chan. Like, no one should expect to regulate them, and anyone who does is like... yeah, you're getting yourself into a bit of a... it's not going to go well for you, I guess is what I'm saying. I've ruined Minecraft. My wife, I have regrets. How did you ruin it for her? What did you do? I wonder how you ruined it so badly. Gold nuggets, gold nuggets, gold nuggets. We'll make 21 golden dandelions, and then we'll put the rest of the nuggets in here. Oh, that is actually a whole golden dandelion. How beautiful. So now I've got 22 golden dandelions. I don't know where I should put these, but just to make my world feel more like it's an update, I'll put them like here. Chat, look how much better my world is thanks to the tiny takeover. Sound really sick again. I love that lots of us grew up being told not to share any personal information on the internet. Now they want you to provide your ID everywhere. That's a funny point, Gerald K. My point was going to be, though, that, like, for there to be such a concept as, like, global, like, information sharing, we do eventually run up with the issue of, like, if places start to listen to regulators in one jurisdiction but not another, you have, like, the amount that the internet has bent over for the United States government, sometimes not even the United States, sometimes it's, like, state-by-state government. Like, the moment that the moment that the US started requiring, I forget the name of the law. It's going to be like the Save Ellen law or something. Tina's law. I forget which one it was, but there was a US law that required Americans to label their content as suitable for kids or not. They decided to make it like the creator's problem if they have I don't remember what it is. It's got a stupid name. Maybe it's Copper. Is it Copper? But it should have been like, okay, as YouTube, we will force Americans to comply with it, but they forced the whole world to comply with it. And I feel like there is this, like, fundamental jurisdiction problem of, like, who gets to control the one video sharing site that everyone uses. Or who gets to control the messier one, I think, is the information of the internet, right? Like, I think that, you know, the ideal... I guess there isn't even an ideal. Like, how do you decide who has a right to speak on, you know, the Twitters or whatever else? You know, because there are gonna have to be rules that are gonna have to be followed. But, like, how and why and what? The US ruined copyright thanks to Disney. Oh yeah, to this day, this is the craziest thing. The Mega Upload guy. There was a guy, so he was German born. He made his business in Hong Kong, and then he moved to New Zealand. And I think it was under the Obama government, but it was in that, like, you know, when we still thought the world was good period. But like they raided his house, and the justification for the raid was, on your website, you are distributing content that is in violation of US law. And the FBI seized the website. You know, a Hong Kong-based business run from New Zealand by a German. None of those things are the US. And it's I know, I think A more recent example is there's that one person, it's a UN employee, that got their bank accounts blocked everywhere because the US has that power. And it's like, oh yeah, well, this is bad news. And now the question is, should everyone else be trying? Because if everyone else tries, then you lose. I mean, we all lose. Yeah, I'm gonna now do this next little section, chat. I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna see what we get done. Can we finish Sea Shanty today? Let's find out. So it's a 2. Do 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 do. Okay, so do 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 do. So it's like very quick rapid fire. So okay, we're gonna try our best. So this is a 2 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's got a bigger gap between it. It's gonna be that for now. And then this is a 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a 2. 1, 2. This is a 0. This is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 2 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 5. This is a 3. This is a 2. This is a 0. Ah! Okay, we did not make Sea Shanty 2 in Minecraft. So let's put these all to a higher thing. They're definitely just too close together. It is a problem. Okay, let's try it again. We were so close there, though. Do 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 do. He's lagging, I think. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now we put our last repeater down because we picked one up somewhere in there. And now we almost have enough redstone to bring this back and make this work. So we could free up some redstone by removing these. Put that back there. We can free up some redstone by fixing whatever this is. Respectfully. And now, okay, chat. Do we have enough redstone that if we wanted to... Oh, I think we might. I think we might. No, we're one redstone short. We need a redstone here such that we can power the block there. How we... Okay, also let's check if this redstone works even though it's going sideways. It's so close. It's a little wonky again. But again, we're just trying to find the last piece of redstone. That looks like it's a piece of redstone to me. Okay, chat. Now it should loop too. Okay, so now, for now, this is a bit of a weird thing to have here, but I think we did a great job. I'm going to surround it with golden dandelions to remind people why this exists. Do 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 do. Okay, let's try this better. This is too big of a gap. Do 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 do. Did your audio just get a lot louder? So you're gonna have a tiny takeover and a mini toy cat kitten or a litter? No. Chat, have you guys seen the KFC pickle menu? I feel like it's the case where I most want to be an influencer. I most want to potentially influence you. But they have something called a pickle Pepsi. And I feel like I can't resist going there to maybe get some pickles in my Pepsi today, chat. Are you gonna put a sign up? That missing note is really annoying. Where is the missing note? Do 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 do. Oh, it's do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I see the missing note. I see it, chat. I finally see the missing note. Okay, so I do have a note block. I didn't bring the extra. Okay, I'll have to make it. Okay. So we'll put Okay, chat. I see it. I've noticed it. I'm seeing so many shorts for it. No way they aren't undisclosed ads. Yeah, to be fair, if you nail something right, you don't need to have, like, in theory, there is this funny thing that, like, yeah, like, because there are so many big launches that, like, launch unorganically, now when you see, like, a type of creator do something, you're like, yeah, that is unorganic. Okay, so we'll re-put our thing here. Okay, so do. No, it's 5 notes according to this. Okay. Do. Oh, have I taken the 2 and put it somewhere else? Do. Yeah, I think the 2 is just late, and then it's like do. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Do. Okay, is this better now, chat? Let's find out. I think the answer is a resounding no for now. I'll have to take one of these, put it in here, and then bring that and put it back and put that one on a higher repeater. Okay, chat. I don't know that it's doing anything. I think the missing note coming back might have caused more issues than it solved. Okay, so for copyright reasons, this isn't sea shanty, this is sea sharty. I think I might get in trouble for sea sharty if I upload this later, so sea farty might be funny, yeah. Sea farty too. Yep, perfect. No issues. Why don't they add a new workstation that creates integrated circuits in Minecraft so this can all fit in one block? It just sounds like a doorbell's in the middle there. I totally agree. Chat, this is proof that even in the tiniest of updates, you can have a bunch of fun using it as an opportunity to explore something that already exists. Whether that's the gar sling, or whether that's the trumpet. Genuinely, I had a great time tonight, and I only had the great time because of the update. Mission success, indeed. I'm not going to be making any dramatic announcements like not streaming, but I will be streaming slightly less over the next couple of weeks, as I hopefully get everything running again on the second channel and the main channel videos. I still, one of the things that I think I'm, like, bad at is, like, people and, like, processes and how they relate to people. You know how I said, like, I'm always about, like, the idea of, like, outcome first and then work on the process? I think, like, within my own, within the number of people who are in my employ, I feel like this is something that, like, I'm not great at, like, it's harder to, like, understand and get right, etc. So one of the things that, last week we missed a couple of days of videos. That's something where it's like, okay, let's work out why that happened. Let's make sure it doesn't happen. Make sure the priority is, yeah, people like to watch videos. How do we make sure they have the videos that they can watch? My salad must be ready to pick up. I hear the bell. Thank you everyone for coming along. I hope you all enjoyed. I will let you know how good the pickle meal is if I do go out and get it. I think KFC is 24 hours. Let me Google. KFC? Is KFC 24 hours? Closes at 10 p.m. Oh. Okay, there's one in where is this? There's one in Woolsworth that shuts at 2. Oh, there's one in Stratford that shuts at 3 a.m. Guess I'll be going there. Anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next time. Good night. Almost hit 7,000 today. 7,000 what? What do we almost hit 7,000 of? Congrats on almost hitting 7,000. What do we almost hit 7,000 of though? Anyway, go watch my video if you haven't learned about this update already, because I'll see you next time. Good night. Do 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 do.